Hi, Love Note. Hi, everyone. Hi, Mimi. Hi, Tashina. Hi, EXO. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for the likes already. Hi, AS. Hi, hello. Hi, Risa. Hey, y'all. Hey, I feel like I haven't seen y'all in forever. I feel like I have not been live in forever. And I know that that's not like true, but it just feels like it. Hi, Angel. I miss y'all too. It's been, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, like this week has been, I feel like I've been thrown for a loop this week, Tashina. Hi, Dijo. Hi, Cheeky Baby. Hi, Adelaide. When I got online on Monday and I saw everything that had happened to my subscribers, I'm not gonna lie, like it really was a gut punch for me. And I have been struggling to bounce back. You know what I mean? Hi. When my routine gets fucked up, y'all, like it's really hard on me for real. Like, hi, Johnny. And so when I saw what TikTok did, I was so just upset. I was so frustrated for my subscribers. And I was like, I needed a little break. I couldn't recover. Polly, yeah. So basically TikTok decided that they were going to introduce something called Superfan. And, sure, great. Okay, cool, fine. And introduce it. But what they did is they made every creator that had subscribers, they automatically migrated all of your subscribers over to something called Superfan. Creators, we have no control over it. They migrated every single person. And so all of my subscribers, I'll say the majority of them, lost access to all of the subscriber content that I make for y'all. Which is really frustrating because a lot of my subscribers already paid for the full year. So I've been like really spending a lot of time this week trying to get my brain wrapped around how do I get you all access to this content again? How do I make it where like if I move to another platform, you can still have access to it? Like, I don't know. I've been really trying to figure out how to resolve it for you all on my end because TikTok, I've been having everybody submit tickets to TikTok. They are Polly. And it's like, basically, so, and here, I'm so frustrated by it, obviously, still. Subscribers, hi, Ann. I know that's what they're asking me, and I'm telling them how my routine got thrown off, and it really just fucked me up, honestly. Thank you so much. But, so, like, subscribers, my lowest tier was only $2.99. Very, like, affordable for people that can afford it, right? Like, pretty affordable. My highest tier was only $5.99. You can't hear me, Mimi? Okay, Tashina, do you mind like messaging me? I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Like, I really need to figure out how to do it. Because maybe that's an option. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I made a Patreon, and basically what they did, y'all, is they said people that were paying $2.99, people that were paying $5.99, you're all going to be super fans, and I don't get to say how much that costs as the creator. It's $9.99. Period. So everybody that you are subscribed to, whether it's me or anybody else, you've been migrated to Superfan, and you're going to start paying $9.99 a month per creator if you're paying monthly. And that just feels so disgusting and like predatory, and it makes me really upset. And so I've really been trying to put my brain around how do I migrate my content and give people access to my content that care to watch my content and have been, I know it's disgusting, Polly. Like, and so I've been like kind of stepped away from TikTok and creation because I've been trying to figure out how to solve this problem that like I didn't create, but as a creator, I take it seriously that people are choosing to subscribe to me and to give me money monthly to like watch my content. Hi, Misha, I'm happy to be with you. And so I've just been trying to figure it out. I've really been trying to put my brain on it and figure out how to resolve it. And so Tashina, that's a great idea. If you inbox me, that would be super helpful. Because again, like I said, it would be one thing if they migrated you all, but you kept access to everything and I could control how much the price ranges are, but they didn't do that. They migrated everyone. I've had a couple of people submit tickets and I can see that TikTok put them back, but it's only been like 2 of the people. And so if you subscribe to my content before September of this year, you're automatically now a super fan, and you probably can't see subscriber videos at all. And TikTok has not, like, there's not a way for me to just like move you back. So I've been very frustrated with TikTok. Polly, that makes a lot of sense. Honestly, I feel like Patreon is probably going to be where I live a lot. I definitely like this idea that Tashina suggested of like making a YouTube and then giving you all like password access. Like that would make my life really easy. The thing is, like, TikTok doesn't like to push those videos when I'm talking about this, right? So like I made a video about this and like it doesn't have nearly as many views as my other videos. So I worry about people not seeing it. And like all of a sudden when their subscription renews, they're paying $10 and they can't see subscriber videos. And that just feels so disgusting and predatory. And I'm like obviously still very mad about it. So I've been kind of like taking a step back, y'all, trying to like figure out how to resolve this. Because now I feel like y'all are making me look bad. Like people are not subscribing to TikTok, they're subscribing to me. But TikTok is dictating how that looks, and I'm not fucking with it, if I'm honest. Mm-hmm. Hi, bae. So I will say, y'all, I do have a YouTube already. The link is in my bio if you want to subscribe over there, because I probably am going to have like I will still post videos here, but I'm definitely not going to be focused on like subscriber only content because of how TikTok has moved. I really am going to try to migrate people out of here. Hi, Lena. Okay, that said, y'all, I have kept up with Love Island Games. I have kept up, hi, Sparkle, with like, hi, Nicole. I have kept up with like TJ and Iris. I have thoughts. I have feelings. I've been keeping up. I just haven't been posting content. So I'm happy to, I know, Shill, I know, listen. And then somebody tagged me, okay, period, last few hours of work. Oh, Ann says hi, babe.
What's up, Ann?
Yeah, I will say, hi, Siobhan. Okay, Iris and TJ, is that where we want to start? It's probably not that hard to take. Y'all probably already know what the hell I'm going to say. Sunflower, I did see it. Siobhan, not much. Just me being so angry about the way TikTok has done subscriptions and how they, in my opinion, fucked over consumers and in turn creators. Like, let me not get started again. Let me not get started again. Because I'm so angry about it, y'all. I can't. Like, I know there are lots of creators that are like, not to be shady, but like they're just gross and they don't care. Like, hey, that's more money for them. But I'm not that type of creator. Like, I create content because y'all want to see the content and I want y'all to be able to access the fucking content. Like, let me stop. Yes, I did see the short interview with Alan and Michelle on the red carpet. Somebody actually tagged me in it and they were like, Tina, I would love to know your thoughts. You continue to be right. And I was like, friend, you already know my thoughts. Like, you know what I'm going to say. Hi, Tata. Like, you know what I'm about to say. What do y'all think I'm going to say? For those of y'all that watched it, what do you think is the thing that I would point out? Because I feel like y'all know me by now. Really, Tata? I mean, I just got on like maybe 10 minutes ago.
If that.
See, y'all already know. Y'all already know. You already know. Tiana, yes, I'm happy to recap it. So they were on the red carpet and the interviewer is like, tell me like what you love about Shelly. And yes, Ash. And he was like, I love how she's so patient with me. And I love how she's so understanding of me, you know, because I'm a lot sometimes. And she really like really understands me. And then he's like, and then also her creativity. And I was like, yes, I was so excited, right? He's like, her creativity. I was like, there he goes. Yes, I love it. And then he was like, she's just so creative and people don't get to see all the creative things she does for me. And I was like, God damn it, Alan. You had one. You had one.
This was your time.
That was your time to shine.
Baby.
So yeah, everything that he said he loves about her was something related to what she does for him. And then they asked her, okay, what's something that you love about Alan? And she said what I expected her to say, because she had said in the Essence interview, she was like how she loves his sort of like go-getter attitude, right? She was like, he's Mr. like, I'm gonna put my mind to it and I'm gonna make it happen. And like, I really love that about him. She's like, because I'm someone that gets caught up in like the what ifs of things, but he's not that way. Once he decides he's gonna do it, he does it. And I love that about him. So something like about him. And then she also did say like, and the way he puts me on a pedestal and like lets me know how much he like loves and cares about me each day, which great. He really struggles to center any answers of what he loves about her that don't in some way relate back to what she does for him. And that I think is very subconscious on his part, but also is very like illuminating. She is Adelaide. She is friend. Y'all, Cheeky says, sounds red pill to me. Listen, y'all, okay, y'all, a couple of y'all are saying that she looked exhausted. I mean, I don't know, y'all. I don't know if obviously she looks gorgeous because she is gorgeous, right? But like, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it again. It kind of just seemed like she's very enamored with him. I don't know that she thinks there's anything wrong with what he's saying. No, that's true. That's true. She's very booked and busy. I don't know where it was, and I just know it was on a red carpet for, I think, Revolt. I think it's enough. This is why I say 3 to 5 years, y'all, is because I think that it's just enough, right, where it keeps her engaged and keeps her feeling fulfilled in a lot of ways. And it's that when things change, that's when those things really begin to become obvious, right? So I think it's less obvious to her right now, which makes a lot of sense, right? Okay, user, I'll have to watch it again. Because I think you're actually right about that. I did see that sort of like in her eyes for sure. Claire, we are talking about the interview of Shelly and Ace on the red carpet. I think you all that she is getting enough out of it right now where I think she feels happy. Like I don't think that that's like a put on. You know what I mean? Like and I'm not saying that y'all are saying that. I don't think she's like faking it. Like I think she does feel happy in the dynamic. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's anything wrong with her feeling that way. As someone that does this work and knows how to listen underneath what people are saying, I know that that might be time limited if some things don't shift. And that exhaustion will set in after a few years. Miss Case, I don't think it's hit her yet either, AS. Okay, yeah, so Miss Case is saying her eyes have been looking that way since the Alan interview. Or Ace interview, she doesn't look happy to you. Yeah, I mean, maybe not. She did say he was intentional. We've never, at least not publicly, we still don't have any sort of, as far as I know, like a relationship status update as far as like whether or not they're boyfriend and girlfriend. Siobhan, that's a great point. If you've never known real love and a balanced relationship, you don't know. That's the thing, right? It's like, this is why I think that like they've got a few years in them. I really do believe that because typically you don't recognize what's happening. Thank you so much, Sylvia. You don't recognize what's happening until something changes in the dynamic. Something presents itself that now it needs your time and attention, whether that's someone else or yourself, right? And then that's when it becomes obvious, like, oh, you don't know how to do this thing actually, without all of my like prompting and pulling and teaching and coercing out of you. You know what I mean? And so I think she's very happy. I don't think she has a reason not to be in her mind. You know what I mean? Like she's young enough, y'all, where I think she's not recognizing it. How do I feel about LeBron's interview with Speedy? Londa, I don't keep up with Speedy in general. And I definitely don't keep up with LeBron as an LA girly. I have feelings about LeBron, y'all. So I didn't even know that they had an interview. All that to say, I didn't know they had an interview. So I don't have any thoughts around it. I typically only watch interviews that y'all ask me to watch, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't just be watching. I'm not being like, I don't typically watch interviews of Islanders. I don't typically watch interviews of anybody. I watch things that you all ask me to watch. So if y'all want me to watch it, I'm happy to go look at it. But I don't typically. Thank you so much, Lena. I don't typically watch it. Listen, okay, exactly what you said, Adiba with the antics. Listen, I met LeBron because I'm from Los Angeles. I used to work at the Santa Monica Pier. That was my first job in high school. And he was like visiting or something at the time, and I guess he was like like he was important or something. Listen, I don't fucking know, right? He was important, and it was obvious that he thought that I knew that he thought that I was supposed to know that he was important, and I don't give a fuck because I grew up in LA. We see celebrities all the time. I don't fucking care. Like, I don't care. Like, seeing a celebrity is like regular life. You know what I mean? Like, that's like not a big deal when you grow up in LA. No shade. And so I was like, I don't fucking, okay, like, and what about it? You know? And so I have not cared for him since then. Hi, dark skin lover girl. I haven't cared for him since he was in high school coming into the league. Like, so yeah, I just have never been impressed, unfortunately. Thank you so much. And so, yeah. What's funny is my boyfriend at the time was a huge basketball guy. So listen, JMT, listen. But it's like, I'm like, you be driving, like, oh, that's Issa Rae. Actually, when my family was in LA the last time when we went to visit, I took them to the La Brea Tar Pits, and we saw the actor from The Wood. We saw she was the girlfriend, but the girlfriend when they were kids. We saw her. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's her. And everybody's just living their lives. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? So like, I definitely am not one of those people that like fangirls when I see people, or like when I see celebrities. Yeah. And he definitely had an energy where he thought I was supposed to be impressed. And that's no shade. My boyfriend knew who he was. And he's like, and I'm like, okay. Like, what are you telling me this for? So anyway, I didn't watch it. All that to say, I didn't watch it. Okay. Can we talk about Iris and TJ? Yeah, D. And it's like, I'm not even trying to be obnoxious. Like just seriously, it is different when you lived a life where seeing a celebrity is like a normal thing. You learn to like kind of just reel that in. You know what I mean? Because, like, you want to respect the fact that, like, they're just here getting dinner the same way I'm here getting dinner. So, like, I'm not going to make a big deal out of this moment, you know? Can we talk about Iris and TJ? Did I go to high school celebrities? Actually, I do. I went to elementary school with Janae Aiko. She was actually pretty close to me and my friend group, actually. She was, like, the little sister because she's a year younger than us. We all went to Baldwin Hills Elementary School. And I used to date her brother, Miyagi, the one that passed away. He was my boyfriend. And my sister was like really was best friends with her older sister, Miyoko. And then James Fauntleroy, he does a lot of writing. And he like writes for a lot of celebrities. He has like a pretty significant pen. He writes a lot for what's that one boy? Bruno Mars. He and I went to middle and high school together. We're friends on social media. We like chat with each other still. So yeah, it's like who else can I think of right now? I know like some supermodels, people that have worked like runways, I should say, models. Yeah, a lot of my friends have like well-known businesses like that. So it's like this is like what you, I guess, like are more like you can easily walk down that path growing up in LA. So it's not that big of a deal. Okay. I mean, I'm so happy for them. Like, I'm so excited for them. That's not what I mean by that. Okay. Okay, so Iris and TJ. Do I think that Iris left Pepe for TJ? I think that Iris was always trying to get with TJ. TJ and Iris are back together. I agree. I think that the closure conversation was a front. If y'all watch the reunion, I should have pulled it up and listened to it one more time. If you watch the reunion, when they ask them to talk to each other, or they're asking about like that meetup and that conversation, and I think they are really together, Londa. I mean, I have no reason to feel like they're not. Hi, Amina. AS, I agree. I think that, well, see, I don't even know if I think it, thank you. I don't even know if I think it was a temperature check. I think that, listen, I'm going to give y'all a hot ass fucking take. Hi, Nikki. I'm going to give y'all a hot ass fucking take. I think that closure conversation was really about, thank you so much, Amina, about them saying, let me get through this little time frame. Let me get through this little time frame, and then it's on. Thank you. I love me my little Spider-Man shirts. That's what I think. And if you go back and you watch the reunion, when they asked TJ about the meetup and they asked Iris about the meetup, and Iris was like, oh, it was a closure conversation. Watch TJ's face, bro. Watch TJ's face. It was giving like he was trying to see what her answer was going to be. Not that that was the truth. It was giving that he was waiting to see what her answer was going to be because he knew what the fuck it was. And I never said anything about it because I'm like, listen, let me not be too crazy. But I always thought, I was like, that was a weird way for him to respond. Listen, the chatty nurse, she could not even get an answer out about her and Pepe. It was always, I mean, we always knew it was going to be a summer fling. And I definitely thought that like maybe there was something between her and TJ still, but I didn't know, Londa, we're talking about how they responded at the reunion and why I think that we always, thank you so much, Tashina. Y'all, Tashina may have saved us. I will keep y'all updated. But yeah, I think that that was always the plan. I don't know if I think they were already together at the reunion, and I think that they knew, though. I think they knew. It was so happy, dark skin lover girl. Okay. And I will say too about Iris and TJ, I don't give a fuck. Hi, love. No, I don't give a fuck about them. Like, clock it. It was the same closure conversation that 404 wanted to have. Exactly. Oh, I don't give a fuck about them being together. Happy for them. Great for them. I think that where it irritates me, do I feel irritated? Maybe I feel shocked. Like, I don't understand is how people are willing to give Pepe so much flack for something that maybe happened to the point of y'all sending this man death threats, like, or redaction threats. Y'all are doing a lot for a rumor but then y'all are all on board for this actual factual reuniting. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's selective outrage, because why were y'all mad at Alandria? Because, oh, she's supposed to be a girl's girl. But Iris was literally fucking her bestie's man after her bestie left and she got with the man, right? And now you doubled back on your other person. Like, but this goes back to, listen, y'all know I'm a nerd, right? This goes back to when I told y'all how we relate to womanhood, depending on racial markers. I know that she's not white ethnically, but she is white racially. And she is the embodiment of, right? Y'all know that she is the embodiment, right? Of, exactly, of purity, of frailty, of femininity. And so there's no ability for them to hold her accountable around it, because it would deviate from all of their socially accepted rules around what is acceptable for white women. They can't do it. Like, it's a level, they can't do it. They can't make the critique. And I'm not even saying she needs a critique, because, girl, hey, whatever the fuck, right? Everybody over here is grown. But it's like they can't even make the critique about her, but they happily are doing it about Alandria. Cookie. Exactly. Fuck them. You know what I mean? And so it's, Yvonne, I think, exactly. Listen, and again, I don't even care about, it's not about her. It's about the fans and their inability to do fucking nuance. Why are y'all able to see it when it's Alandria and she hadn't even fucked Nick yet? They were just dating. Barely. Because they're making all of this up, right? They've been saying this since the moment that her and Nick hooked up in the villa. They're barely getting to know each other. Barely. And y'all have these critiques about her, but you don't have the same ones for the woman that fucked her homegirl's man, like actually fucked him. And the fact that Iris, this is what I will get on Iris's ass about. You trying to act like Ciara, oh, you don't have to be the cool girl, but you didn't feel like it was a problem when you was fucking on Pepe? Why is it a standard for Alandria that doesn't exist for you, Iris? Why is that? Why do you have that? Where is that coming from? And that's it. They relate to Iris, so they don't want to critique that. Right? They relate to her, or they want to relate to her, right? This goes back to like a desire to have proximity to whiteness. And it's like, again, like I truly do not give a fuck if you want to listen. Open your pocketbook wherever the fuck you want to open it, okay? Do whatever the fuck you want to do. But mind your mouth then. Mind your mouth. Don't have certain critiques if you can't. This goes back to Honda Civic. You got rules for some people, but not for yourself. That don't make no sense. And I actually, like, I think it's totally fine for Hannah to, like, be okay with it, because she's like, I mean, like, that's, like, not, like, my man. You know, like, obviously I really liked him. Maybe she was curious about something in the future. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, for you to have, exactly, Siobhan, why are you pocket watching Alandria behind a kiss? But you don't feel like that standard applies to you when it comes to your actual pocketbook. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's weird. And I know that the fans, and are they even fans? This, again, y'all, are they a fan of you, or they really just don't like me? You know what I mean? Because it's like people saying like, oh, TJ was the real yearner. they're the real friends to lovers trope with her and Pepe, right? It's like, somebody else said it, and I think it's so valid. Like, really all that this demonstrates is that Nick and Alandria continue to be the blueprint for people. And why? Why can't you just like your couple and like your couple? The real Ken and Barbie. Why can't you just like your couple? Why do you have to default to the things that you know are explicitly about Nick and Alandria? That's weird. It's giving you don't actually fucking like them. It's giving you just don't like Nick and Alandria. And that's weird. I did not see that Shelly Stylist is calling her Barbie now. That's weird. She looks like a doll, but not a Barbie. The only aesthetically Barbie person in that villa is Alandria. I'm sorry. Didn't we all watch the Barbie movie where they talk about this insane waist size that doesn't even make sense for a woman's body? She's the only one that is aesthetically giving Barbie. And that's not shady. Everybody's beautiful, but you're not a Barbie. Exactly, Amy. Be creative. EXO, you think that most of the Islanders think that Nick and Alandria are not real? Maybe. Bratz doll, exactly, like gorgeous, literally so beautiful. And Desi, what was her waist? What, like they were like shocked, like are you sure these measurements are right? Like she's the only, exactly, 23. Yeah, like she's the only one. Don't piss me off. Okay, she was just talking about the outfit. I think Shelly looks like a doll. Like her face is so adorable. Like it's so cute. So when it comes to Iris and TJ, I feel like you got to ignore, you know, the Red Hat fans that are really, I just need a couple that feels like it lets me buy into like this ideal around like white conservative values. Because I do think that that's a reason why a lot of people loved Iris with the people that she was with, was about how can I buy into white conservative values. And I think that, and I've said this publicly before, so I don't give a fuck about saying it again. I believe that that's why Shelly and Alan got voted off. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's because Alan made America hate them with, what's that girl? Papaya. I think there's lots of reasons. I also do think a lot of it was about Red Hat America was like, oh no, there's no way we're going into the finals without some sort of representation around whiteness. And Nick wasn't going to be good enough because he was with a dark-skinned black woman. And that's why Iris and Pepe made it to the Final Four. I don't fucking care. I don't care. It's the truth. Because Iris and Pepe, Papaya and Brian, and Nick and Alandria all coupled up on the same fucking night. So it was about an allegiance to, I need what feels like representation of me in the final. Hi, Jules. I see a lot of my subscribers coming in here, so let me make a disclaimer. Subscribers, you probably cannot see subscriber videos right now because TikTok decided it was going to migrate all of you to being super fans. Super fans cost a lot more than being a subscriber. Subscriber lowest tier is $2.99. Super fan is $9.99. I had no say in it. They automatically migrated you. So if you are paying monthly, I think that you're gonna, I've had people submitting tickets. I am serious, Mika. I've had people submit tickets and some people have moved back over, but not very many. If you paid for the year in advance, they took your access. So I am working on a resolve to try to, Tashina was gracious enough to send some stuff in my inbox. I'm trying to work on a resolve that's probably going to require you to go outside of this app in order to see the content, because it's not fair that you paid for something that now you can't access. You are likely going to have to cancel the subscription on here, and then so Nikki, don't do what I'm saying right now. If you pay for the year, don't do what I'm saying. If you pay for the year, don't do what I'm saying, okay? Okay, people should submit to TikTok. So here's the thing. There are like 3 people that I know for a fact. They were removed, they submitted tickets, and they're back as subscribers. So you can try that first. If that does not work, if TikTok does not migrate you back, I would rather you just cancel, and you can resubscribe as a subscriber on here, but I'm also going to move to other platforms, y'all. Because that, for them to make a decision without me having any say as the creator, like I had no say. You still can't submit a ticket? Oh my God. So Trini Kimmy, you can inbox me and ask me if I see you under, I think you're probably a super fan from the tag that I see next to your name. I think it automatically taught that you also can't submit a ticket. Oh my God. But I just want y'all to be aware that this has happened. I know that it's happened. I'm trying to figure out a way to resolve it, especially for my folks that already paid for like 3 months, 6 months, a year, because I don't want you resubscribing. You already paid for a whole year. You know what I mean? Exactly. Capitalism is the name of the game. So the reason why they did it is because they want subscribers to go live, because they make more money when we do that. So they want us to go live. They're charging you $10 a month for you to have access to like superfan only lives and superfan comments, but that already existed on the subscriber tiers. It was no reason to do this except as a money grab, y'all. That's it. There's no other reason for it. You're not getting anything extra out of it. But as I see y'all coming in, I will repeat this announcement. I am working on trying to move subscriber only content to another platform. And then all of my people that are already paid for 3 months, 6 months, or a year to just give you access to that without having to pay for it again. Because that's not fair. Anyway, let me stop. Okay, yes, but please try to submit a ticket, y'all. Okay, that's it. Let's get back to TJ and Iris. They definitely are giving, I think that was always the plan. Yes, Mia, absolutely. It's only fair. I will say I have paused making subscriber only videos for now because I don't want to keep making content you all can't access right now. But I will have some stuff ready for y'all. But Iris and TJ, I think that was always the plan. I think they're not getting the same level of criticism because the people that subscribe to them as actual fans, like they like them because of the aesthetic that they offer to them. Adelaide, I agree. They give old money couple and good for them. I just want people to leave Nick and Alandria alone. Like, if you're going to have critiques for Nick and Alandria, have the same critiques for them or just shut the fuck up altogether. Like, that's also a choice. It is also an option to just say nothing. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand the obsession. You know what I mean? So those are my thoughts around Iris and TJ. I think everybody that watches me knows good and well why they are not getting the smoke that Nick and Alandria get. Ooh. Clock it, Tashina. What? You're not funny.
What is it?
Y'all heard that?
What is it?
He gonna walk by and say Chris Breezy. My son is trying to be what is it? Antagonistic.
He rage baiting us. He wants us to go.
He's rage baiting us right now. And listen, Mimi, I love Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Well, love might be a strong word, but I like it. Actually, y'all, I don't know him well, but Nick on that show, ain't his name Nick? The one that swears he dresses so much better than everybody else.
Oh my God.
He went to college with one of my really good friends. So I've hung out with him before too.
You don't even be dressing all that nice, nigga. You just have name brand clothes.
The cap, and he acts just like, well, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. But I love Summer's House Martha's Vineyard, and it was like, Lauren, girl. Well, you know, Mika, he's not that bad on the show. He's a little arrogant in real life.
Ooh.
Nick. But you know. Preston is my fave too. Love me some Preston. Love him down. She could have said no comment, or she could have just said, I love them both separate. She could have said everything she said without the last part.
This one is Preston. Is that from the same show?
Mm-hmm. Preston is the dark-skinned black gay man.
Oh, he's a gay dude.
Yeah.
He was cool.
Oh my God. The pregnant girl and her husband. Baby, if I was making videos back when I was watching that and he was on this show, I would have had a lot to say. Because that man right there. And her. Where clearly the ultimate goal is to be picked. I can't. Anyway. Silas and Jasmine. Jasmine was the one that was pregnant the last season. Oh, she interviewed Preston. I love me some Preston. And here's the thing. Why are you asking the question to people that literally don't even fucking know them? Like, why are we even asking them that question? Like, huh? How is that the thing that y'all are talking about? I don't understand. Brie and that goddamn dog. Child. Listen, Adelaide, listen. And even when the show was on, Adelaide, it was like, unless you had already been like, that was your shtick as y'all were on podcasts, like having conversation, why are you even bringing it up? You're from a whole different show, a whole different fucking platform. Why are you talking about them? Like, like you're asking her this question as though she has some sort of insider information. She don't know them people. Now, somebody did send me an inbox message, and I don't know if I'm being rage baited or what, okay? But somebody did send me, and not the person that sent it to me, but the person that posted it, that apparently Tay Tay is supposed to be doing an interview about his Love Island experience. Tay. You haven't already said what you needed to say? Yes, 3D. You haven't already said all that you need to say? I mean, credible source only in that, like, it's in the rumor mill, right? So the same rumor pages that will be posting all the rumors that eventually come out as like, oh yeah, that was true. That's about as credible as it is. You know what I mean? But it's supposed to be with like some sort of streamer, I think is what it said. And I need him to just know that we don't care anymore. And I will say, I saw this girl come up on my FYP, and y'all, sometimes I'm petty. Just sometimes. This girl came up on my FYP who was trying to help her dad save his like horse sanctuary that he started, and she's like selling these adorable little like belt buckle like necklaces as a way to like raise money. And I absolutely tagged him in it and was like, this is where you should direct your energy. He's probably not going to see it. Don't get behind no mics. Amplify her cause. This is in your wheelhouse. This is your arena. Mika, I don't know. I was crying. I was trying to listen, Rose. Listen, I'm trying to help the boy out. Oh man. I was like, you know what? It's time for me to get off the internet now. Let me log off for a little bit because I'm on here being messy, cutting up, child. Listen. He decided to come out of the villa and instead, exactly, it is smart PR. Listen. He decided to come out of the villa and instead of leaning into who he is and leaning into, just making a brand for himself, he leaned into telling us over and over again why he picked Clark and nobody else was mad at him. We don't fucking care. We don't fucking care. Like that, you continue to miss the fucking point. You continue to miss the point. Nobody cares that you picked Clark. Good for you. Too bad for her. But it's like nobody cares about that. And exactly, he's missing it on purpose. He's missing it on purpose. Because I know you be scrolling the interwebs. I know you do. And here's the thing, as much as we tell people not to like ingest the things that are speaking poorly about them, I know that people do, right? So I know that by now you've heard somebody say it was about the way that you moved. It wasn't about the fact that you picked her. Okay? Nobody cares about that. Clock it. He's in vet school. He knows how to think critically. I mean, I would hope. He's going to expose Alan eventually. Ashley, what do they think he has to expose him around? I don't know, child. But I hope that that's a lie. I hope that he, in fact, is not getting behind no goddamn mic to say nothing about Love Island. Talk about your life. Talk about your brand. Talk about your relationship. There's nothing else for you to say about your Love Island experience in fucking September. My Mia, I think he's at the same school that he was at for his undergrad.
You don't know where your charger is?
I think.
You can't get a charger from your sibling? You don't know where your bottom is?
No, the charger to her bottom. So I told her she could just use our bottom because her top connects.
Okay, that's fine.
Just go ahead.
I'm just trying to figure out what you're saying.
You getting ready for practice? Okay.
Thanks.
Exactly. Exactly, Adelaide. At this point, we don't care anymore.
You gotta make sure you gotta eat some more food.
Exactly. Hagatha, he could have endeared himself in a different type of way to us. Listen, I'm not no PR person. I'm not no manager person, but I am fucking old, okay? And so life experience and working in certain environments, I know that there's a way to craft an image around yourself. Then you must not be here very often, Kevin. You must not be here very often.
Even if it's just a shake in some...
There was a way that he could have crafted an image around himself that would have endeared himself to the public. He has such great history, like family legacy. That would have been like super dope to learn about. Well, maybe that's true, Kiana. Exactly, Ashley. Why is it all the men talking and none of the women? Star's Journey, that's a great question. I think because the men realize, and I think this is true across all seasons, that the women are who we like. And that's what I think maybe men like Alan and Taylor don't realize, is that the stars of the show are the women because the primary audience of the show are women. So when you go on, you need to be likable to us. Hi, P. You need to be likable to the women. The women are who are going to decide whether or not you have a career after this. And so I think that the men are out here yapping because they're realizing they need to clean up maybe some ways that they showed up in the villa, and they're trying to be liked at this point. Clock it, Amina. This is what I'm saying. It's actually, I was being petty, and it actually is a smart fucking brand move. That's smart as fuck. He got money, honey, right? Or family money, right? Be like Ace. Hire the little videographers to come and follow y'all at the rodeo. Produce some content around that. Partner with the girl trying to save her dad's horse sanctuary. Do some things that actually endear you to the public, but he can't because that's not who he is. And then he would be putting on a show, and there's only so long that you can maintain that. You know what I mean? Clock it, Skylar. I did, Amina. I was like, this is where you should be putting your energy. Okay, Mia, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think I have alluded to that. That, like, I think that there's a pressure around legacy and a pressure around expectation because Black elitism is real, right? And so that may not be what he really loves and enjoys. It may just be what we've always done and what is expected. But if that's what you've always had to do, that's what you've always done, you should be practiced enough about it where you can suck that shit up. Suck it up, perform. It's time to perform. You feel me? So do it. He could have been, why you ain't, anyway. Levi's, Wrangler, Boots on the Ground was fucking the biggest song of the fucking summer. You could have came out on some shit with that lined up. Like, y'all eating fucking Arby's on a picnic blanket? That's what you're doing? Okay, cheeky baby, let me stop. Like, the way that fucking Beyonce made Black cowboys come back into, like, there was just, it was too much opportunity. Listen, I don't eat fast food, y'all, but Tiana, I used to, well, I wouldn't eat the food, but I would eat like the curly fries and the Jamocha shakes. Jamocha shakes, I used to love that shit. Pepe walked. I mean, even Pepe walked. He sort of walked. I don't know what was going on, but he was in the show. Clock that too. The chatty nurse. An authentic public apology would have done him well, but he let his ego get in the way of his money. Pepe looked like Po Baby. Not you said Frankenstein, Athena. Y'all are sending me. Y'all cut it out in the comments. Emirates, I've been on since about 1 o'clock. Oh, poor Pepe. I can't read y'all's comments no more. He looked like he was walking to his seat. I can't. Y'all are hilarious, bro. Okay, he said his shoes were too big, y'all. I can't. Y'all are a mess. Michael Myers, y'all stop. look so uncomfortable, so it makes sense if his shoes were too big. Y'all are funny. But yeah, so I mean, even Pepe walked and you've already walked before, like, this is why it didn't make sense. Like, why did he sign with like a streamer management? I can't.
Chris Breezy.
You are rage baiting. Cut it out.
You want to get swung on?
I can't, y'all. Like, it didn't make any sense. But see, Cheeky Baby, I think Alan doesn't have management, is what I've heard, is that he only has PR. Here's the thing for me, Christine, about Pepe. We do nuance over here, right? I'm no longer fucking with Pepe because of his comments following CK. I'm done as a fan. And the fans, heavy quotes on that, because I feel like liking somebody doesn't mean you have to hate somebody else. The fans sending him redaction threats, sending him just violent, like, all that is too fucking much. It's too much behind a rumor that he cheated on her. That's too much. Exactly, Emirates. Just unfollow the man. That's it. Just unfollow him and move on and support the person that you like.
That's taking it too far.
Like, you're doing too much doing that. You're acting like people that have always had access to the internet, and so you don't understand internet safety, and you don't understand that that shit is literally going to follow you for the rest of your motherfucking life. That's what you're acting like. You're acting like you don't know that colleges will look up your social media accounts and rescind offers. You're acting like you don't know any of this shit. And you know what's wild, Perpy, is I used to work in customer service eons ago, right? And I used to work in face-to-face customer service, but we also had a call center. And people would come into the face-to-face center, and I'd pull up their account, and I would see how they had been talking on the phone, and they'd be a totally different person when they in my motherfucking face. So people have always been like that. When they feel like a level of like protection from some separation, a level of separation, they act all kind of ways. And so people be on the internet showing their whole goddamn ass, but would not for a second talk like that to you in your fucking face. Skylar, I don't even, like, I work for these people for their digital footprints. I don't understand, because I feel like it has to be, I want to believe it's young people that don't know any better, but I know that it's not only young people. It's grown folks acting like that too. And at this point, baby, you just have to be accountable for your actions. Listen, I had a grown woman come into my comments trying to talk shit to me. It took me this long to find her high school Instagram and to post pictures of her to herself. This you? While you in my, this you? You can be found. Relax. You can be found. It is. Like, please don't play. It's not safe to just do and say whatever you want to do and say on the internet. You need to be willing to, whatever you do and say, you need to be willing to let that shit be repeated. I tell my kids this about texting. Don't put shit in writing that you're not willing to have, because now you're making a fucking record. You're making a record. And it's why you got to be careful of the people when you be at work and they don't want to email you back. They want to just come to your office or call you on the phone and talk. Nah, baby, write it back in the email. I want a record. And that's why after you come to my office and talk, I'm going to send an email. So per our conversation we just had in my office where you said da-da-da-da-da-da. Because we're going to have a paper trail, baby. Exactly, Emirates. I think that I do think that TJ and Iris have similar political beliefs, and I think that maybe Pepe does too, because he's not even political. And so when you don't take, what have I said to y'all before? If you are neutral in the face of oppression, you have sided with the oppressor. Full stop. Full stop. To say I'm not even political like that, baby, that's not the flex that you think it is. Austin had the same thing to say. That's not the flex that you think it is. As an able-bodied cis-het man with a lot of privilege, that's not the flex you think it is to say that out loud. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Exactly. So while Iris and TJ maybe we're clear about it, or like at least clock it, Perpy, we're clear about where TJ is. I'm sorry, you're not. And here's the thing. You cannot be sane and emotionally well fucking somebody that is diametrically opposed to who you are and how you show up in the world. If you are fucking that person, you are either aligned or you are unwell. Period. Period. And this goes for everybody, right? So I do think that they have similar politics. She grew up in Calabasas. It's different, right? Or at least lives in Calabasas. And exactly, Jasmine, he literally could have just said nothing. And I don't know if I think they've been together the whole time, y'all. Like, I'm just not a big conspiracy theorist person like that, where I'm like, oh, I think they've been together. Like, I don't have any evidence that makes me think that, but I do think that they had an understanding. Because here's the thing. If Pepe and Iris were faking it that whole time, it was just fake the whole time, they didn't have to be together, because Papaya and Brian were fake and they just weren't together. We just didn't see them together. But Iris and Pepe were up under each other, still on each other's bodies. Right? I don't think they were faking it the whole time. I think that they were doing their thing, but that she always had that in the back of her mind. And that she knew that this was going to be a summer fling, and she was always willing to go back. And that was what she wanted to do. But I don't think it was necessarily fake with Pepe. At least not on his end. And P, that's kind of what I think. So when you said I kind of feel bad for Pepe relationship-wise, just messy, I hope they were open with each other. That's kind of what makes me, when Pepe says, oh, the truth will come out, it's not what people think it is, that's kind of what makes me think that, like, he couldn't have cheated, because I think that they were having conversations that we're just not privy to. You know what I mean? Like, I think that he might have been aware and she might have been aware about some things. Do you know what I mean? I think that it's messy on her part to not just clear it up and say one way or the other, like, yes, he did, or no, he didn't. Franny, I don't think about them, but I did talk about that a bit already. I mean, ultimately it boils down to, like, whiteness. Like, people are, and racism, right? Like, people are going to want to align with the system of whiteness that favors the conservative, white presenting couple, and they're gonna have critiques for the dark-skinned black woman and anybody that she's with. It just happens to be Nick. So that's what I think about Iris and TJ, y'all. Did I miss anything? Okay. Can we talk about the games? Okay. Exactly, Mal. Listen. Asking whether or not TJ said something political or just Pepe. Pepe said the things that he said in response to CK, but TJ is an Andrew Tate supporter, and it depends on not them reporting the live, y'all. Depending on what you feel about Andrew Tate and what you are and are not willing to accept, will determine your views on that. And I knew that Charlie was going to leave. And Ritz, you know what? I'm actually kind of annoyed with some things on the game. Y'all, listen, okay. I knew that Charlie was going to leave. And the reason I knew he was going to leave was because Charlie, for whatever reason, something that maybe we're not getting to see, is he gets, he has a hard time endearing himself to people. Charlie, okay, the games is about to lose you, to be honest, Mia. Listen. Okay. Andreina, I told y'all she didn't have no work hard. I told y'all. So when she got her ass whooped by Lucinda, that was like, my nail. I wasn't shocked. I mean, I was, but like, not really. See, Rosie, I'm going to address it again one more time, but yes, TikTok has fucked everybody over. Shaped like a stallion for nothing. This is what happens when it really is genetics. This is not Jim built. This is just how I was born. Here's the thing, Kiana. I cannot fucking stand Johnny. He's such a fucking... he's such a... I hate to use this word, but like player. But I loved what I think he was exactly what Andreina needed. She needed someone that believed in her. She needed someone that was gonna encourage her. She needed someone that was going to be steady with her. I am.
For the right encouraging words through those challenges.
Rosie Lee, thank you for saying that. I definitely am. I do have a YouTube channel already, Rosie. If you go to my profile, you can subscribe for free, like just to get my content. All my lives go over there, but a lot more of my regular content is going to go over there. Tashina actually sent me a way to post my subscriber only stuff and give y'all a link where you can see it, since TikTok is not letting you all see it anymore right now. And I think also, Shayla, listen, TikTok is pissing me off. I'm going to Patreon and YouTube. I'll still be on here, but I'm definitely going to be moving to Patreon and YouTube. Birdie, Ray could stay home too. I don't want Johnny. I don't want Ray. I don't want Justine. I said it. I said it. I don't want any of them. Listen, here's the thing. Exactly. Oh, thank you for chatting today, Rosie. Listen. Hi, Lady Aries. The only way Justine is allowed to win again is if she decides she's actually not going to get played this season. I need her to stand the fuck up. Lock them knees, baby. Lock them knees up. Okay? Because Justine last season is the epitome of what happens when you believe that a man's behavior is not indicative of their character. You knew that man made that agreement with Ray. Then he fucking backed out of that shit, and you thought he was going to do you different? You thought he was gonna be different with you? Why did you think that? Because you didn't think that was his character. You allowed yourself to feel like it was something different with, no, baby. No. Listen, Adelaide, hey, she was pissing me off. And here, yes, I mean with Jack Polly. So my thing with Justine last season, I was fine with her, except I don't know, and maybe I'm crazy, but like she was always very excited about Jack, and Jack was kind of like cooling it. Like he was like, yeah, you know, like I'm feeling you, but he wasn't excited the way she was excited. And I tell y'all all the time, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. She says she's going to focus on the games this time, and I hope that she does. But also Andrea said that, but she's all about Josh. Garby said it, and she was behind Kendall. Like, everybody needs to get run up and done up at this point. But see, here's the thing. Andreina at least said, I'm in here for love. So, like, I expect you to be over there with your heart and your ass behind the boy. I expect that. I haven't watched it yet, F-Tima. And so it's like, I don't trust just because you said it that you're going to do it. Here's the thing. Lucinda doesn't like Mert. Lucinda does not like Mert. I know it is, Anne, but I've been on here, so I haven't watched it yet. Lucinda does not like Mert, and she is the epitome of the girl that allows herself to be convinced. Rather than going because she feels badly about not liking him. Girl, fuck that. You don't like that man. That's okay. Liking to kiss somebody don't mean you like them. And if you got to do all of that to like somebody, do you like them? When they asked her what she thought about him, she was like, I mean, he's great eye candy. He's nice to look at. But knowing that someone is attractive doesn't mean that you're attracted to them. And I don't think he's her type. And she about to let herself get wrapped up in not wanting to hurt somebody's feelings. And she about to be with that man, even though she's not attracted to him. And if she likes personality, she ain't never going to get to know it because they can barely talk to each other. Exactly, Majestic Babe. She was talking about wanting reassurance whole time. He's saying he's speechless over her. He is gagged about her, and she does not feel the same way, and she should not waste his time.
Who you talking about, Mert?
Mert and Lucinda.
Yeah. She don't want him like that.
No.
She don't want him not like how he wants her.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think also Tyreek and Andreina, I told y'all that it was going to be something related to the game that was going to hurt her feelings. He was going to say something about the challenges because I didn't perceive her as a hard worker, and he's there to win the money. You can do it, but 5-0 is crazy though.
He was mad at the motherfucker because he was hot. Oh shit!
And I'm not mad at Tyreek. Listen,
not for that. I ain't mad at him for that at all. Not that part.
I'm not really. Are you mad at Tyreek about something? I'm not really mad at Tyreek at all.
No, I just didn't really care about him talking shit to her during the last challenge when old boy was there.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about that. Like I get I feel it like in a competitive way, but it didn't seem like competitive at that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like yes, I'm not mad at him being like, yo, 5-0 is crazy because that is. You know what I'm saying? As you know, like she didn't put up no fucking fight. Like you did nothing but lay there. Like girl, you should have just threw in the white towel and like I don't want to do the challenge. Just give me the necklace.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, I don't care for him talking shit to her during the second challenge. Okay, that's over. Allow her to like, because if you fucking with her like that, like I get it. Okay, you can be like, okay, like look, yeah, that 5-0 was crazy, but this next one, let's get it.
Yeah.
Not keep shit talking her, you know what I'm saying? Because then it seems like, okay, are you trying to bring her confidence down, or are you trying to build her up? Because this is supposed to be your girl, right?
Yeah.
Or, like I know you're not with her right now, but you wanted to fuck with her. So why aren't you building her confidence up?
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, y'all. I hear y'all, right? Like he needs to season his words with grace. As a reformed, and I've told y'all this before, as a reformed person, that's like, bitch, I'm just telling you the truth. Like, I understand that he truly does not think it's anything wrong with how he's saying it.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. Like, he's not trying to be mean. He just thinks he's telling the truth. He just doesn't understand or care to add a little sugar to it. You know what I mean? Because I used to be that person. My friends and family will tell you that I used to be that person. That would be like...
No, I was too, and you know that. But
yeah, and so did Chris.
But yeah, I'm not mad at him for what he said, because as a competitive person myself, no, nigga, get your shit together, nigga. If we trying to win, we trying to win, my nigga. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
You was terrible that last round, but I also know how to come back and be like, okay, but let's try to get it. Even if I say it like in a crazy way, I'm like, all right, nigga, you got to get this one.
Yeah. You know. And here's the thing, he's not wrong. I think she doesn't believe in herself. And so, yeah, how am I supposed to believe in you?
I agree with that. She doesn't. She don't believe in herself.
Yeah. Again, y'all, I don't think it's anything wrong with anything that he's saying. I don't even necessarily, like me as a competitor, I probably would not have gotten my feelings hurt about him saying it to me that way. Hi, Jasmine. I probably wouldn't have gotten my feelings hurt about him saying it that way, because as someone that grew up as a competitor, I was the same way as a competitor. Like, okay, yeah, that's cool, but like, you need to get your fucking shit together, get your head in the game. Like, come on, let's fucking go. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I also understand, because there is a romantic thing brewing between them, why people want him to, what they want to see him be a little bit softer. You know what I mean? And so I get that part of it. Thank you so much, Dark Skin Lover Girl. So I get that part of like people wanting him to be softer, because there is the romance piece. And so I want you to like talk to me nice. You know what I mean? And I don't think he's wrong. And that's the thing, Majestic Babe. This is why I said in the beginning that I think it matters who people get teamed up with. And so Chris and I were actually talking, and I was like, I don't understand why people don't link up with the person that they know is going to help them stay in the game, and then still just talk to other people that they're interested in romantically. Mm-hmm. And then he said that was what he wanted to do with her. And I was like, yeah, because that's exactly what the fuck I would do. I could like you, but baby, I'm trying to win. The fuck? I'm trying to win. So I'm going to go ahead and get this dub, and then you and me could just keep talking, you know? And so I actually was feeling it when he said that to her. But I get, again, I understand why people want him to season his words with grace. I get it. And he's not wrong, you know? I will say though, as much as I am a competitor, and I do be like, you know, you need to get your shit together, like work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be a hard fucking worker. You got to know your teammate, because not everything is going to motivate everybody. The reason why Johnny and Andreina did well together is because of how Johnny related to Andreina. That's why they did well together. Because he kept her calm. He affirmed her. He walked her through it. He guided her. He supported her. That's why they did well together. It's because he knew how to talk to her. Right? And even after the end of the challenge, I mean, Annie didn't take any strength. It took, I mean, holding your arm up long enough, that shit is going to get tiring. But I will say, that's the other thing, Majestic. They had met pre-Villa. And that game was a strategy all about like communication and an ability to like connect.
Yeah. And
so they had an advantage in that way. Oh no, Johnny's definitely gonna, as soon as somebody else comes in that he's attracted to, he's gonna switch up. But I'm hoping that Johnny will play the game differently this season because he saw where that got him last season. You switched up all the way to the end and then y'all didn't win. You need to lock in with somebody, build that connection, build that communication, build that strength, and y'all need to ride it to the end if you want to win the games. Hi, Caramel Delight. Who do I put together? I'm sick that Toby is coming back in. Bye, Toby. I fucking hate Toby. Cannot stand that man. Was so glad when he left. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Caramel Delight. For now, I would say Andre, Ina, and Johnny. For now. I would say Justine and... I think Justine and Tyreek could be good together as far as like competitors. KK is annoying me, y'all. For now, she could just stay with Chris. Listen, Toby, I don't like any man that blames a woman for men's actions. That's why I wasn't fucking with Ray, and that's why I don't like Toby. Because with both of their people, him with Selly and Ray with Imani, instead of being upset that the man chose them or this or that, is, oh, she. Immediately it was the girl's fault. I didn't like that shit. KK and Tyreek, I don't think is best for the game star because KK is she too fucking googly eyed still. Exactly, Miss Love. That's why I like Justine and Tyreek together because I think they could win. When I think about Love Island games, like they're there for 3 weeks. Let's keep it a buck. Ain't nobody falling in love in 21 days, okay? Be fucking for real. And so you really need to be focused on the games and like also maybe we have a romantic connection. But the games are the fucking point of Love Island games. You think Chris will go for Justine? I don't think so. I'll be shocked, Adelaide. I'll be shocked if he does. KK wants a man. KK wants a man. And that's the problem. Is that a bunch of people clock it, Kylie. A lot of people in there are not in there trying to find love. I loved when Solyn was like, oh, I would go for Lucinda, and Mert was like, huh? I thought that was too funny. Majestic, I think that Chris does like black girls, but I think he likes a very particular type of black girl. He likes them to be much shorter than him, almost childlike. Is that wrong to say? But if you look at KK and Michelle's builds, very tiny, petite. And here's why I think he does it. Because I think maybe he does like non-black women. And so when it comes to black women, it's not about her not having body. It's about what that petiteness represents. It's a little bit more feminine. Softer, yeah. Someone that's non-aggressive, right? I think that he just... I didn't say that it was, babe. I need you to keep up. And so he might like non-black women, maybe, but I think that he that's why I don't think he's going to be into Justine, y'all, because she's, and I know, and I do think that like he likes Nicola, which Nicola is interesting to me that he likes because she is very, like I described her as like Xena, but Nicola, what are you talking about? You be the one that be in my comments being a weirdo. Why am I talking about her being black and liking black women as if they are some different creatures? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't know. No, they could stay. I don't care. But Nicola is also only 23. I think he likes people that he perceives as amenable, people that he perceives as people that he can dominate in some way. And so I think he likes he made the comment he made to KK is like, it's like you're always looking up at me. Like he likes that. They're not. I told them they don't have to. So I think he likes, I think he likes people that he thinks he has, and then what else did he say to KK? You were really loyal on your season. He likes low effort and women that he thinks he can dominate. That all I have to do is be a tall man. He likes to be dominant. That's what I think. So I actually do not think he would go for Justine. Unless he's going for Justine because he feels like they could win together. Because he is there for the money. Well, y'all, I told you he was going to blow it up with KK in a week, max. It took 24 hours and she was like begging the man to kiss her and he still wouldn't. Adelaide, I mean, the thing is, you could be right. Are we voting tonight? See, Kylie, I didn't perceive him as saying it like that. So we'll see, y'all. We'll see. I don't know.
Oh.
What are you talking about? You need to make more sense. Look, black women doesn't need policing, okay? Why it's always she is not his type, talk about only black women. I don't know what you're trying to say to me.
That doesn't even make sense.
As a black woman, I'm never policing black women. Please keep it cute.
You've never heard that on this page.
You've never heard that on this page. And you know you haven't because you be all up and through my comments. Anytime you think you could try to catch me on something. You be trying to do your little gotchas. Okay, we are voting tonight. Okay. When it comes to Kendall, I don't care about whether or not Kendall goes home, but I think if the Islanders are smart strategically, they do send him home pretty soon. Because to their point, who was it? Charlie that was like, he has a lot of connections or something. Or no, Andreina was like, he has a lot of connections that could be strategic moving forward. We saw how many Islanders stood over there for him, right? So I do think that strategically, if the Islanders, like, yes, he is a weaker competitor, but he has a lot of support on the island. And that can carry him to the end, when maybe he doesn't deserve to go to the end. And so I think that if they are strategic, they do get rid of him earlier. Bae, I agree. Garby! Like, Kendall, please shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. Because what are you talking about? And I agree, Athena. I think it's okay for now. But Charlie also was a weaker competitor. And so if you were thinking about the long-term gameplay, Charlie would have made more sense only because Charlie doesn't have as many connections. So you get Charlie out on the next round. So how I read Chris's comment about Garby, when he said that, like, mentally, like, they're not there, I perceived him as saying, like, they don't have that mental lock-in. Like, he wasn't feeling her. in that way where they would have that mental lock-in with each other, because he had already said earlier in the show that like that piece, like the connection and the communication is what was going to help carry people to the end. So I think based on the conversations they had been having, that he didn't feel like he had that with Garby, and so she didn't make sense to team up with. But he's never going to feel like that about someone that's a strong personality. Another reason why I don't think he would go for Justine. I think Justine is too strong and too tall for him to be interested in, honestly. And then when it comes to Johnny, I think Johnny stays with Andreina for now. I'm curious what's going to happen with Toby. I could see Johnny. I never said I was Team Chris. Why do you just be saying shit, bro? You don't be listening to understand. Yes, Chris, I think, only has sisters. Ooh. I think that Andrea and Josh are the couple to beat as well. I would really like Josh to go home. I don't like Josh. Mimi, they're so funny because they be in my comments.
Who said you was Team Chris? Whoever said that?
Yeah, I don't like Josh. I don't like Josh. Josh is my girl. That was crazy. He's so fragile and he's so reactive. To me, it's not giving confident. It's giving fragile masculinity. It's giving, you might be a red pill. It's giving, ew, get off my screen. He is absolutely overcompensating. Somebody said that they think he is on steroids. I don't know, but I just need him to get. Shoot. And Andrea, she's already not about to be focused on gameplay. Like, they're going to do well simply because they're both strong competitors. But she's already distracted. She's already distracted. KK, I don't think that she needs to be with anybody she's physically attracted to if she's actually there for the money. It has not been 2 episodes. I need you to know how to count. I don't think she needs to be with anybody that she thinks is attractive because she is struggling to stay focused. How excited she got about Chris in 24 hours and then the next day she was like, I'm kind of bored already. Yeah, you need to take a break. You need to slow it down. Slow it down, babes. Give it a break. Give it some time and some space. So here's the thing, the chatty nurse, I get that, but okay, I will tell you, Aaliyah, I will tell you. Here's the thing. I know that Josh likes to win. He said that he hates losing more than he even likes winning, right? My thing is, he kept talking about it. They were the whole next day at the recoupling. You're still talking about it. And then when it came time to the heartbreaker thing, him acting like Charlie, like he stole his girl. You've been coupled up with her for 24 hours. Why are you already, she's my girl? Like, that's weird to me. The energy that he had. I didn't come here to fuck up, to fuck off. Da, da, da. Like, it was just giving, like, you're doing a whole lot.
I was mad as fuck.
And I'm a shit talker. So I don't even mind you shit talking. That's whatever. But he was like, it was almost like he wanted to cry. It was giving emotional dysregulation is what it was. Like, what is happening right now? Why are you having this reaction about it? He kept saying he helped Tyreek. It was Tyreek that he helped. So for me, it was giving, Josh, we're talking about Josh. He was doing too much. And then, he couldn't even look me in the eyes. I already knew he was going to take her because he couldn't even look me in the eyes. He doesn't owe you a looking in of the eyes. He was coming to get to Andrea? Why does he need to look at you? Because you think that her existence is somehow an extension of you, and so you're owed something in that? That's weird. That's weird. So I don't personally like him. It's too many little flags, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, I'm going to ask the girls how tall their dads are. What does that have to do with anything, Josh? Being the smallest man in the villa, sir, what does that have to do with anything? I don't know if he's the smallest man. I should make that up, but like, what are you talking about? It was weird. And I've been doing this long enough, and I'm old enough to know when it feels off, it probably is off. And so I think he'll continue to reveal himself. But for me right now, okay, Ilea asked me my thoughts around Chris. I'm gonna be on Chris's helmet all season, probably. All season. When Chris came in, oh, it's like I'm home. Oh, let me show you around my house. Y'all probably know who I am. Like, sir. No, we don't. You're all Islanders. Relax. You're all Islanders. Why would they know you? Why would they know you? You're not a celebrity, Chris. And so for me, Chris was already giving. Then when he said to KK, oh, I saw you on your season. You seem like you're really ride or die. When he kept talking about his height, again, his whole personality is being 6'8". Like, it's just giving an over-reliance and a level of arrogance that doesn't make sense, because I haven't seen anything that justifies you operating like that. Yeah, we need to. You should pin that. Let's go ahead and get to 50K likes, y'all. We've been on for like almost 2 hours. But yeah, he is like, you don't have enough evidence to justify you being arrogant at that level. Chris is absolutely avoidant, Ilea. I talked about this when he was paired up with Hilga in last season. Thank you so much, Nina. Like, he is gonna coast. Chris does not strike me. I know Chris don't strike me as a hard worker either, y'all. I think that he's going to over rely on his height. Oh, thank you so much. And his athleticism, right? And it's gonna make him not work hard. And I think it's going to make him, we already see him be very low effort in his romantic relationships. I don't know why it would be different athletically. I think that he keeps saying, like, y'all listen to him, right? When he's talking to KK, oh, I think they're intimidated by us. Yeah, the guys were kind of like looking at, like, what world is he living in? It doesn't feel like reality, if I'm honest. Because have you listened to that man Tyreek talk? Like, have you listened to Josh? These men think highly of themselves. Why? It is giving that majestic babe, mama's boy. It's giving, his mom was like, my son is my king, right? And so he thinks highly of himself in a way that, again, is not backed up by anything right now. And he is thinking that what some other people are thinking, simply because he is a big man, because he's 6'8", that he is somehow going to just breeze through this experience. And I think that he's probably going to have a moment where it's like a rude awakening around, like, oh, because not every challenge, like the balancing challenges that they did last season, he would be at a disadvantage. He's going to have to work very hard. And I think that a lot of people came in not having watched last season of the games, and they don't know what to, Lucinda talking about, everybody's just in here to compete. Babe, where did you think you were? Where did you think you were? That's what we do here at the games. Like, that is what we're doing. So yeah, I think that a lot of people are going to get, I think Andreina already had hers, right? Like, oh, okay, I have to work hard in this game. Lucinda had hers, right? So I think that people are going to start to understand, oh, if I want to stay on this island, then I need to like actually put in an effort. Child, she forgot about the games part. She is too funny for that, bro. Like, Lucinda, girl. I do believe that Chris is avoidant. I also think that Chris is very cognizant. Again, when he came back to the villa, he said it had only been like 2 months since he had been there, right? I think that he's very cognizant of how he was perceived in season 7. And he's trying to do something different, right? We all listened to him in season 7 talk about how he folded. So I think that he's trying to do something different with KK. And I also think that he's just low effort. Like, if y'all remember, like, Hilga did a lot of the pushing. She pursued a lot with him. And so I think he expects KK to do the same. And I don't think she's going to. Right? And I think he needs to just be honest with her around, I'm actually not here for love. Like, I'm attracted to you, but I'm here to win the game. So I want to stay focused on just winning the games. Like, he needs to just, but that's the problem with the men, right? Just tell the truth. Be honest about what you're here for so that your partner can make an informed decision as to whether or not you all would be the best fit. But y'all in here tap dancing around the answer instead of just being direct so that y'all can just be focused on doing whatever it is that you're supposed to do. Again, the thing is, right, that like, this is not Love Island. It's Love Island Games. The strength of your connection, people can like your connection without it being romantic. If this was season 1 and we were voting, Liberty and Callum would have gotten my vote plenty of times because I liked their connection as friends, their platonic, the loyalty they had to each other, the encouragement they had for each other, the good time. I would have voted for them because this is not only about finding love. It's not about finding a romantic couple. Can you build a strong connection, platonic or otherwise, and be competitive? So they need to understand that that doesn't have to be the focus. And this is the one time when you can fucking be honest about that. Garby is absolutely losing the plot. The way she was giggling last night, I was like, Garby. And I didn't think Garby actually liked Kendall. I thought she was doing smart gameplay. He's bottom of the barrel. He's tolerable enough. I'll be less of a threat because, again, Garby didn't just beat the girl. She beat everybody. Of course, the target's going to be on her back. She beat everybody, even the boys. So, yeah, I picked the bottom of the barrel. So now people feel less threatened by me. And I'm scoping the scene to figure out my gameplay. But now she over here behind Kendall. Kendall that don't even like black girls. Please don't play in my face, Garby. Please don't play in my face. So here's the thing though, babe. I understand why Andreina chose her without knowing the challenge because she knew that Kendall was the very bottom and that Johnny was going to whoop Kendall's ass if it was anything physical. And so that was going to help to kind of balance it out. It would have been more dangerous for her to pick people that were both middle of the road than it would be for her to pick opposite ends. You know what I mean? Like, that was her strategy. Is that if it was physical, she was going to be able to rely on Johnny helping to level that out a little bit more. It just ended up not being physical this time. I thought that somebody, and I knew that Nicola and Isaiah would be taken on. I did not think I thought that Andreina would have chosen Nicola and Isaiah. It did work out in her favor. I think that her and Johnny will play well together, even when it definitely helped them out. Their history definitely helped them out. When Tyreek said what he said to her and Johnny was like, don't worry about that. Like, she needed that. She needed that. I'm actually not surprised that they voted for Kendall, because remember when they were having the conversation and Andreina was like, he has a lot of connections. He would be the most threat moving forward to like people being on his side and him staying in the villa. So it made sense that they would vote to get Kendall out. I think that, and I did know that Kendall would stay. I knew that if it came down to Kendall and Charlie, Charlie was going home. If it came down to Charlie and anybody, Charlie was going home. Thank you, Ange. Yeah, he has no social clout. And I think for whatever, they said he talks a lot, but I think he has a hard time connecting with people. Y'all, I'm not sad to see him go. I'm okay with it. The only people right now, who do I like in the villa? Who do I like in the villa? Okay, Solyn. I'm not mad at Solyn. Lucinda. Bernie said, Tina, don't do this.
Wait, you said you like Nicola.
I do. I like Nicola. I like Nicola. Christine, low-key. Lucinda, I'm not really feeling her because, again, I know that you don't like Mert, and I just want you to be honest. I like Nicola. I think Solyn is funny as hell when she was like, I'm not a Doberman to Mert.
Nigga.
I was like, okay, girl. I'm not mad at Tyreek right now, honestly. I think he's having fun. I think the girls are letting him, and that's they bad. You know what I mean? Like, how do I feel about people that are upset about Justine being back? I don't know. Like, I don't want her back, personally, unless she's going to play the game differently. And I also get it if people are like, well, she's already won twice. Why does she need to win again? I get that. I really I liked Garby episode 1. I need her to get her nose out of Kendall's ass, though. I need her to just stand up. No, I'm not. Hey, listen. I get why she's there. I just don't personally want to see her again. Because I didn't like the way she played it last season. I feel like the people are telling you, if you have the chance to take the money for yourself, do it. And she's my man, my man, my man. I can't, girl. Erica, I don't think that Lucinda likes Mert, because every time she's been asked about Mert, it was, he's nice to look at. He's eye candy. But she's never like, I'm attracted to him. I really want to get to know him. I don't think she likes him. She's not giving, I like him. She's giving, he's cute. He's cute, you know. Yeah, they can't talk to each other. Like, they're kind of shady for that. Again, I told y'all that I did feel like they were setting Mert up for failure. They were setting him up for failure. I agree. I would love to see Justine, if she plays the game well. I don't even care about her taking the money to run. What I don't want to see her do is let her perception around what this romantic relationship is take her, like, scam her out of the money. I don't care if she splits it with her partner, right? I don't care if she splits it with her partner because she's like, hey, we both got here to the end together. I want to split it. That doesn't bother me. Just don't get scammed out of it because you're thinking this is something romantically that it's not. Don't do that shit again. I don't care about her being fair. I just don't want you to get played again. That's the part I don't want to see again. You need her to lock in and take it all. I do think that some of the girls are just lover girls. I agree. I think this may not be the show for them. Maybe they need a Love is Blind, or they need a, I don't know, not this. Not this. Thank you so much. Okay, so are y'all watching games tonight? It comes on all week this week, right? And then Saturday is After Sun, right? Okay, you think Justine should lock in with Johnny? Okay. Who do y'all think should couple up? I think Andrea and Josh right now are the couple to beat. Yeah, I don't know if Johnny, if Johnny plays a different game this time, then maybe he will do that. Maybe he will couple up with the focus on winning. But I think that Johnny is too much of a hoochie mama to do that. Honestly. He too much of a hoochie mama. Tyreek and KK, Justine and Johnny, or Tyreek just for the win. Okay. I agree, Ange. I think he needs one strong person into the end. You don't want Johnny to win. Josh isn't my favorite, but they are the ones to beat right now. Yeah. And again, I'm hoping that tonight what we see are the couple challenges, because I think that's going to give us also more insight. Exactly, Ange. He's a hoochie mama, so he stayed. The next time somebody come in, he's like, oh my God, you what I've been waiting on. Then the next one, oh my God, I've been waiting on you to get here, girl. Oh my God, like, boy. God damn, stay focused. Shit. That's why you in the last challenges with a girl that you done known for 3 days. Now you can't lock in. Andreina needs to go? No. I'm okay with Andreina leaving now. Y'all, I just needed her last night not to leave because I needed her to redeem herself. Now listen, Andreina, okay? Stop embarrassing us. I don't think she's going to last either, Adelaide. I don't think Lucinda, who's Lucinda with right now? Tyreek? Not you're searching for the personality she said she had. I think she's fun to watch. I agree, Jamila. Not Jeremiah's waiting for her. Y'all are funny. I don't know if she's not boring to me, y'all. Yeah, I think she's like awkward, but I don't think she's boring. But she's also never had a boyfriend before. She's never had a boyfriend before. And she's 24. That laugh, is that real? Like, girl. Okay. Okay, oh no. Yeah, I think she's just corny, y'all. She's just, again, like inexperienced in some ways. Okay, that is her real life. Dang, I need her to stop finding so much money. Okay, yeah, I think that Andreina, again, I like how I want them to give us more of her because Andreina definitely on the internet, she got a clap back for you. She got a little kiki in her. And so I want them to show more of that and stop just letting her be the girl that is, running behind some little man laughing. Yeah, like I need y'all to actually show her because we got to see her on the internet. So I know she has it in her. Why are y'all not letting us see that on the show? I think they lean into her being beautiful, right? Like, oh, she's so beautiful. Even when she was leaving with Charlie, like the pan down to her ass and then back up, right? Like they focus a lot on what she looks like as well. And so I think that that's the story that they like telling about her. Her laugh is funnier than the joke. You know what, Majestic? I would be okay if we never heard about family life and past exes. Okay, maybe that's it. I don't know what her degree is in, Christine. That's a good question. So yeah, I would like to see her. I would like to see more of her personality, more of her humor, because Ty was like, "You're kind of funny." Like, so clearly she has something in there. I think they're just not showing us, right? Which is unfortunate. Global business. Okay, thank you, Amina. What do y'all think about KK kissing Ty? Hi, Miriam. What do y'all think about KK kissing Ty? Because you're here for a Majestic fave. I'm for it. Have fun, Emirates. She already lost the plot, nurse. A lot of what y'all are saying is where I'm at. If she's playing the game, I don't care. But KK right now is acting like her nose is wide open, and I don't want to see that. And I know what she's there for. I know what she said. But I just want her to she said she went to therapy and she's different. I want to see that. Exactly, Bree. She falls too fast, right? She was so like, oh my God, about Chris. And then he was boring. He was exactly who the fuck he was. So I want her to just like reel it in a little bit and give herself time to actually see. If you're there for love, then give yourself time to actually see what's going on with that person before you start being like, no bird behavior, please. Exactly. That's so crazy. The chatty nurse, I saw that. Somebody sent it to my inbox. And what's crazy, Emirates, is that Ty literally said part of the reason he kissed her was to cause trouble in paradise. So I don't even think she realizes she's part of his gameplay. Like, don't do this. She got to stop letting just the coochie talk. It got to be the coochie and the noggin. I don't know if he told her that, D. I know he said it in his confessional. Ritz, you think she's playing with Ty too? But like, what damage is she causing to Ty? Yeah, but causing little trouble is not the same as being like, I'm trying to fuck with your gameplay by making your couple weaker by causing trouble in paradise with y'all. Like, that's different, right? Causing little trouble is like, oh, we're gonna shake up, shake shit up, whatever. Like, oh, we're being messy. We're having this little secret between us, right? That she thinks she's in on it. It's a whole nother thing for him to get in his confessional and be like, cause a little trouble over there in their coupling, because then that's gonna make them weaker in the challenges. Exactly, Majestic. That's how I saw it. She thinks she's shaking shit up, but he's playing the game. He's trying to mess with her coupling because now Chris is going to be in his feelings, right? Then that's going to break down y'all's communication. Now, right? So now it's going to fuck up y'all shit. Y'all not going to be in sync the way you need to when this comes out, because it is going to come out, right? If they're still a couple. So he's flirting and having banter with her. But in the confessional, he's like, yeah, I'm just going to cause a little trouble over there. You know what I mean? Like, that's good for his gameplay. Because at the time when he did that, he was with Lucinda. So it's not like he owed any loyalty in his coupling because you're coupled with me by default. So that's not going to cause no friction over here in my coupling for the game. But it will for you. I just want her to have her eyes wide the fuck open. Wide the fuck open. She does want some kisses. Oh yeah, D. He ain't hiding it. You know what I mean? He's being very honest. I feel like people that be missing it, it's like because you just don't want to see it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to see it. So, child. Athena, maybe. I mean, I think he is absolutely attracted to her. But he also told us, right, that he's willing to couple up with somebody he's not attracted to if that's going to keep him in the game and help him to win, and then to still just talk to the person he's attracted to. So what I need the girls that he's attracted to realize is that just because he's attracted to me doesn't mean we end up in a couple together, and doesn't mean that we go to the end together. He's worried about winning, no matter the fuck what. So don't spend your time locking in on somebody that is not there for the same reasons as you. Ty is the only one so far that has said, I'm here for the money, and has stayed focused on that. And maybe Nicola. Maybe. But I told y'all, Isaiah's not into Nicola. He likes Solon. I didn't think that she was his type, even though she's saying like she likes him and wants to get to know him. She's not his type, but he definitely is interested in Solon. I do watch Housewives of Potomac. I cannot wait for it to come back. So yeah, we'll see, y'all. We'll see. But I think Isaiah and I think they might have a recoupling soon, right? Because right now Justine is single. Right? Yeah, so Lynn does like him too. Okay, what about them, Batman 27? I'm sure you're writing the rest. Do I think Justine will pick Chris? If she has an opportunity to watch them compete first, I think she's going to pick whoever she thinks is most competitive. I don't think that would be Chris. I don't think she would pick Chris based on like being attracted to him. But I think she would pick whoever is, yeah, I think she's going to pick whoever is most competitive. If she gets to like see them compete. In the one challenge that they've done, though. in the one challenge they've done. Oh, Batman, you were on last season, episode 1. Oh, that's who you are. You were Karen Spran from Tally Ho. The one that came over and was like the Karen special, that person. I think they didn't tell them the price amount. Well, obviously they didn't tell them the price amount. Oh, hi, Batman. I love your show. I know Miss the Grand Dame, I know she doesn't want to be that anymore, but I know she's out. They didn't tell them the prize money amount, which I thought was interesting. But they didn't tell any of the ones that were there either until they were already there. I think that's good though. I mean, 250K is nice. Oh, that's sweet, Batman. I hope she's doing well. Yeah, y'all, I'm excited. I don't know if I think Justine will pick Chris. I think, no, it's $250,000. It's 250K. It's only $250,000. If they split it, it would be 125K. Only $250,000. Shit, they ain't pulling it down like that, I guess, right? We did, Cookie. We did. Listen, I'm not mad at him for saying it because I think it's the truth. And I understand that some people are like, they wish he would be kinder about it because there is like a romantic connection there. But as a competitor to competitor, I would be saying the same thing. I'm not even going to hold you. You know what I mean? You got to put your shit together. You know? Come on. Step it up. But okay, y'all. So they're coming on. We're going to watch it. He is blunt as hell. Yeah, his delivery certainly could have been better. And I think it's only because of the romantic connection. If we were just competing, I'd be like, yo, like, I can't believe in you for you. Like, you have to, like, I wonder what her self-efficacy really looks like, what her self-confidence actually looks like. Like, she knows that she's beautiful, but does she know other things are good about her? Other things are strong about her. How has she been talked about in other arenas? Remember, this is a woman that went to school in 3 different countries with 3 different languages. Like, who knows what she got told about her intellect, about her abilities, right? So we don't have any idea what her self-efficacy and her self-confidence looks like in other arenas outside of knowing that she's beautiful, right? We don't know. We don't know. And so I think that is showing up, which I could tell she felt really, really bad. I know somebody said they thought her tears were performative. They felt real to me. Like, she felt embarrassed. And I think she felt like if she has had struggles with feeling confident in the past around her abilities, then this felt like another moment of like, damn, here I am again. If nothing else, right, she came in last season, I'm going to take your man, and then left with no man, and people dragged that the whole time after she left, right? So this was another moment of her being like, I'm confident, Andreina, I'm confident I can do it. And then she didn't. And so that, you know, I think those tears were real. I think she really was embarrassed and hurt. And I think scared. There's some fear around, what does this mean? Maybe I'm not built for this. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not strong enough. I can imagine the soundtrack that was playing in her head. And I appreciated that Tyreek comforted her around it. Even with this bluntness later, he was able to hold space for her in that moment. He could have kept the kiss, but I appreciated that he comforted her, you know? I think she had defeated herself, the chatty nurse. I think a lot of competitiveness is a mind fuck, y'all. And any of y'all that I know, a lot of people in my lives, y'all have been competitive dancers, you've done sports, you've done all kinds of things. A lot of that is a mind thing. It is absolutely like physicality and like the physical thing, but I think she had already beat herself in her head by that round. Christine, the tears one was after the duel. That was another moment. You're talking about after with Johnny. We're talking about after the duel when they were sitting down and she was feeling away about having gotten the necklace, the heartbreaker necklace, and she started crying and then he comforted her in that moment. I agree, Birdie, or Bree. I think that she needs Johnny right now. She needs someone that's going to be a good competitor who already has an edge because he's been here before. He knows what to expect around some things, right? He knows how to play. And he's also firm, but encouraging. That's what she needs right now. She needs someone, honestly, while Tyreek is saying, like, if you don't believe in yourself, I can't believe in, how am I supposed to believe in you if you can't believe in yourself? That's true. And what she needs is encouragement. She actually is someone that needs external validation right now. She needs that. Oh, yeah. I agree. Yes, Christine, he definitely was taking a shot at, this is what I talk about when I say I don't like when men come at women about whatever they're feeling about a man, because you're feeling, let's keep it a buck, Tyreek, right? You're feeling jealous or like, she could do it with him. Like, that means something to you about yourself. You know what I mean? Oh, well, she must obviously need him. You wanted to take a dig at Johnny, but you took one at her instead. I don't like that. Don't do that. Johnny will switch up if Andreina doesn't buck up. I think that Andreina has a more of a likelihood to buck up with Johnny. Because Andreina asked Tyreek, well, what happens if I do bad in a challenge? And he pretty much was like, I'm going to be like, girl, get the fuck, like, move around. You know what I mean? He didn't say it like that, but that's pretty much what he told her, Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes, y'all. And so I do think that, like, Johnny will not say it like that. And I think that it's, again, I don't know anything about this girl, right? But what I'm watching from her at this point, it makes me wonder, exactly, Bree. It makes me wonder about her self-confidence and her self-efficacy, her real belief that she can do it. And if her experience has been, when I don't do well, people throw me away, Tyreek is going to be bad for her for all sorts of reasons. And so it's going to make it hard to perform well in the game. And I think, and here's the thing, Jess was not that great at challenges, but Jess was a hard worker. And so I do think that Andreina will need to be a hard worker. He'll tell her what she needs to hear, and he will expect her to step up, but she'll have to be a hard worker, because Jess was a hard worker. Even though she was tiny, and I mean, she beat Liv, and Liv was bigger than her, right? Liv should have ate her up in that duel. Jess also would tell Johnny exactly what the fuck she was thinking. I agree, Giselle. Tyreek doesn't understand how his minutes waste will affect a woman's performance during the duels. I think it really depends on the competitor, right? But like, their dynamic is important because she's attracted to him. It would be one thing if we're just two competitors in a game together, but she actually likes him. And so when he says it to her, it's different than if it was fucking Isaiah or, somebody she wasn't like interested in, that cuts deeper, right? And so, or like if Tyreek was saying it to Nicola, because they were coupled up, I don't think it would hit the same way with Nicola. She would be like, ew, like, whatever, but like it wouldn't hurt her feelings. It's hurting her feelings because of what she feels about him. So I do think she's going to have to work hard, but I think that Johnny is great for her gameplay right now. Hi, K Boogie. Exactly, the chatty nurse. And she said, like, I know you're going to pull other girls. Like, that doesn't make me jealous, blah, 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 blah. And so I think that she needs to stay focused on the gameplay. Almost 2.5 hours. I'm about to hop off, actually. I agree, y'all. So I think that there is, again, I think that Johnny and Andreina are great for each other right now. I think that Josh and Andrea are definitely the couple to beat right now. We'll have to see them perform as a couple. But what we saw independently, I think that they could be very strong as a couple because of their athleticism plus their romantic connection their romantic connection and connectedness. I think Garby is going to always succeed at physical challenges because she is an athlete. She's scrappy. She wants to go after it. I think that Justine is going to be Garby's like closest competition when it comes to women as far as like ability. Maybe Andrea. Thank you to Chatty Nurse. As far as KK and Tyreek together, the girls that said that they're in there for love, I think the only way they do well in the games is if they're not connected to people they like. I think that's the only way they do well in the games. Because we have to think KK and Andreina both said they're in there for love. And both of them want to be coupled up with men that said they're there for the money. You're going to get your feelings hurt. And it's going to knock out your gameplay, and the couple's going to be fractured, and y'all are not going to perform well together. You need to couple up with people or not. No, KK says she was there for, Andrea says she's there for money. And so I think she's only going to do okay right now because they're both there for money. And they also happen to like each other, right? So that's actually to their benefit. Like I could see Andrea and Josh going really, really far in the games together. And so if the Islanders are smart, they'll break them up. I don't give a fuck about your connection. This is not regular Love Island where I would be rooting for your connection. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm trying to win. Giselle, I don't know if KK should be on the island at all, if I'm honest. Because Chris does have his eyes on the prize, right? But KK is bored with him because that's not what she's necessarily there for. And so, if that's not, I think she's going to struggle, period. Unless she's with someone that she's just not attracted to and allows herself to shift her focus to, I'm here for the money. Lucinda, I do think could be the next girl to potentially go. It really just depends. You never really know, right? You never know how the challenge is going to shake out. You never know what it's going to be. You never know. So you never know who's going to have the advantage. You know? Yeah, he wants to repair his image. Yeah. So that's so funny. So yeah, you never really know. I think that Lucinda could be the next girl to go home. I think that Nicola might become vulnerable because I can see Isaiah coupling up with Solin. I think Chris might couple up with Nicola if KK decides she wants to move around because she's not getting what she wants romantically with him. I think that Garby is going to hang on to Kendall for as long as she can. I wouldn't be shocked if some sort of switch up came though. Like maybe closer to where it's getting a little bit more competitive. But again, her nose was a little bit more open than I thought it was going to be. I don't know who I think Toby will hook up with, y'all. Who do you think Toby will hook up with? I think Toby would be interested in Andrea.
Maybe y'all about to say Andrea.
Maybe Lucinda.
Yep. And maybe whatever.
Solin,
maybe her.
Yeah.
Maybe her.
But looking at what Toby's types were, I'm thinking like Lucinda, Andrea, just based on Selly and who was the other girl that he ended up hooking up with? Megan? No, not Megan. I don't remember the other girl he hooked up with. Okay. So yeah, I think that like he could end up hooking up with them. Oh, I don't know if he knows Lucinda. Georgia, that was her name. Thank you, Beanie Baby. Oh, absolutely, Polly. Absolutely. And Kendall knows that. Kendall knows that. Okay, they've been on UK together. Okay. I don't know. I would love for Toby not to even come, but it is what it is at this point. He already there.
You about to make one right now?
But yeah, that's what I could see. Okay. We're going to watch games tonight. Maybe I will come back on later tonight, but those are my thoughts so far. Thanks so much. It was nice to be on live with y'all again. Thanks so much for being here. I will see y'all later. Bye.